Control Center.
Sorry.
Hey, Fab Gals, welcome to. We
Hi.
are live today, and we're going to be live for a couple of. We're actually going to be live every Friday for a couple of weeks.
This is
while I'm
our
in New
first
York.
live.
Yes,
so-
we had some technical issues.
Yes, you're our
so-
guinea pig
I
today.
know, I know. So, welcome, ladies, to our fashion and beauty show where Dawn and I collaborate to bring you quick and easy tips. But today we're doing something really special.
Woo! We're doing a giveaway.
Doing a giveaway.
Yay!
Tom Ford perfume. It's Dawn's personal favorite.
Venetian bergamot, and what's yours?
Mine is
One
oh,
for you and one for your BFF. And
I can't even pronounce that. What is that?
Champagne Absolute.
Oh well, of course.
But anyway,
yeah, yes.
it's gorgeous perfume, my personal favorite. But anyway, we're doing a giveaway at the end of this YouTube live.
Yes.
We're going to tell you, let's start giving a little bit of instructions, and then we're going to have to repeat that as more viewers come in.
No. Let's make them wait until the end of the video and we'll give you the instructions.
Okay.
Yes.
We're going to have to make you wait.
So be sure to do that. So ladies, what we have for you today is we are going to be having the conversation, is age just a number for women over 40? And I think it's an important discussion to have because, I think as we get a little bit older, we start to feel a little sensitive sometimes about
Oh,
things.
yeah. We start lying about our age. Have you ever done that where you've actually. So, where are comments? We want to make sure our comment thing is turned on.
It is turned
Whoever's
on.
watching, if you can make a comment,
Yes,
just
and
so
give us
we
a
know,
thumbs up so
and
we
give
know
us a
we have
thumbs
you.
up, so we at least know that it is working.
Yes,
we would really
absolutely.
appreciate that. So let's talk about aging a little bit.
So it was very interesting. What actually started this conversation was when we started our collaboration, we had women saying to us, no, how did it happen? Oh, yes, now I remember. So Dawn and I were just bantering around what we were going to be doing for our video. And, Dawn didn't mention how old she was. I said, I'm 44. And Dawn says, well, I'm
ageless and timeless,
ageless
which
and whatever.
which I thought was just kind of fun. I didn't really think that it was going to spark such a controversy.
Yeah, well, it did. And I mean, on her channel, some women got quite upset about it. And they were like, well, why doesn't Dawn want to tell her age? And it was a little funny because Dawn is, yeah, you can swipe that.
Yeah.
Dawn is that, sorry, girls, we are having technical issues. There
Yeah.
definitely are technical issues.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it was kind of funny to me because I know Dawn and I know that she's not complicated when it comes to her age. And she often does tell people her age. But it was, we would just want to thank those ladies who were honest about what their responses were, and some of them felt like they didn't want to follow her anymore because she didn't say her age. So,
Yeah.
So what do you think that's about, Dawn?
Well, I think it kind of triggers some women. They I mean, it's a real. I found it throughout my life, like it's a real issue with women because women are taught from a very young age that we're only as good as our youth and our beauty. And so, everything else, really doesn't matter. That, our media sends us those messages. You see when you walk into a department store, every ad for women that's a cosmetic ad, you see that they're 20-year-olds and they're all retouched and they retouch them to the point where they're not even recognizable. And so our media messages from a very young age, I even see it with my own daughter, are, that you have to wipe your age away. And that as you get older, you have to Botox and you have to do lip injections and you have to do all this stuff. Now, I'm not being judgmental when I talk about this subject. I mean, if you want to do something that makes you look better and feel better, go for it. But I want to talk about the underlying message. I think beauty is how you see yourself. Beauty is about, it's an inside job. I feel that if you're happy inside and you're confident and you feel secure with who you are and you feel loved and you give love, I don't think you need to worry about exterior. And I think that's why a lot of women who are looking to outside sort of validation, outside you know, whether they look good or not look good or whatever. I think that the whole age thing kind of triggers them. I don't have a problem saying my age. I did come from a business. I've been in the acting world, in the entertainment world, where my livelihood, and modeling especially, my livelihood depended on my age. It depended on, you know, if I was doing a cosmetic ad and I was 30 and they were looking for 20 somethings, I knew I was not going to get that job if I said I was 30.
Yeah.
If I said I was 30, they would put me out of the ballpark. It didn't matter how I looked. I could look 18.
But if you were that age, they had already decided.
But if that's the age that they had decided, they would have knocked me out of the ballpark. So I would say, oh, I'm 22. Well, they didn't know.
Yeah.
Because it is just a number. It doesn't matter. It's your vitality. It's your vibration. It's the way you hold yourself. It's your energy. And, you know, and oftentimes I would book the job. You know, and it was because I said I was younger than I was, and they didn't know, and it didn't matter. And
So
that's why it's not such a, it doesn't mean anything to me. Yeah.
And you know, Dawn, what's so interesting about that is then that also validated your need to lie.
Yeah.
You know, and so it kind of makes that normal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we'd love to hear from you girls. Have you ever lied about your age? Do you feel ashamed of your age? Or, I mean, in some cases, like the comments that we received on Dawn's channel, where they were upset because she didn't tell her age, because she should feel more proud of her age. So I think sometimes we judge each other as women around you know, which stand we take and what we feel. I mean, for me, so I'm 44, and excuse my croaky voice, but I'm a bit jet lagged. I just arrived in New York a few days ago. And, but for me, Dawn, I feel that, you know, age really has been, it really is just a number for me, because I feel better in my 40s than I ever have.
Yeah.
But I do remember, you know, when I was advised to take a focus in my channel, on my channel, and to become, you know, to really niche down, and I decided to do the over 40 thing. I was like, oh no, I don't want to do the over 40 thing, because I don't want to be boxed.
You got nervous. Yeah,
well,
you don't want to
be boxed.
You don't want to be boxed. You don't want to be boxed or pigeonholed into a certain.
And then you know, people do think I'm younger than I am, and so then people are going to know, and I'm going to need to tell people that I'm 44. But you know what? It's been so amazing, because since I've niched down and I've been doing over 40, I'm having so much fun, and I actually feel that it's a sense of freedom that I've received.
Right.
So I think it's good to be who you are.
Is somebody making a comment?
We're thinking I just missed you. Oh no, sorry, we had technical issues.
We had technical issues.
Sorry. So wonderful. Listen, she's amazing. She's in a wonderful.
She just wrote
woman.
another
don't
comment.
you go the other way. I say I'm older and watch them die. Oh, I love it.
What did she say?
She says she goes the other way. She tells them she's older and watches them die. That is brilliant.
High five to you, girl.
I love that.
I love that, because, you know, again, you know, please comment and engage with us, because we really want to know what you think. Because this is really a discussion. I mean, this is a real thing, you know.
And there's also no judgment. You know, please don't get us wrong. Like, I'm not sitting and going, oh, Dawn, you know, you should say this, or Dawn is saying to me. I think it's really more around, if we can't talk about it on this kind of channel, then where can we talk about it? And girls, aren't we just over this like thing of being secret? You know, I think as women, we are looking better than we ever have before. We're aging better than ever before. We're healthier for longer. You know, if we make good healthy choices.
She's gonna have to read the comments, because I'm a lot older than her, and I can't
not a lot.
But I'm older than Tracy, but I can't read. I'm in my 50s, so now I'm like, okay, what does that say? What does that say? You know.
I think I'm placed
well, this is the question I want to ask. I don't know how many viewers we've got watching right now. How many? Could you see what the viewers
we've got 7 ladies here with us now.
Okay, well, ladies, let me ask you something. What if your livelihood depended? What if you're paying the rent depended on you lying about your age?
Sure.
Would you lie about your age, or would you say your age, even though you knew you wouldn't get that job? Say you went on a job interview and they said, how old are you? And say you're 40. And you know you're going to lose the job because you've got 30 somethings and 20 somethings. Would you lie? Or because you know your rent and everything, your food, everything's going to depend on this job. Would you lie? Because say you look younger. Would you lie, or would you say your age and just, I don't care about this job? You go first.
Yeah, so that's actually an interesting. Sorry, there was a comment. She was saying your eyes go first and then your boobs. Yeah, I think it depends.
No, my boobs went. I think my boobs went first.
Well, for me, I feel like my eyes are okay, and I think because I've got little ones. Well, let me sit up. I know I'm much shorter than Dawn is. I'm much shorter than Dawn is.
We're in a beanbag. Yeah. We're sitting on a beanbag.
I think mine are okay, but I haven't had children to breastfeed, so that makes a difference.
Yeah, I did.
But for me, my neck is definitely the area that my age has gone to. But you know, Dawn, it's interesting that you say that, because there was a time in my business where, when the recession happened, and I actually closed everything down. This is in South Africa, back home, and I had to try and go and get work. And in the fashion industry, let me tell you, especially in corporate,
fashion and entertainment is the worst.
I was 38, okay, and I may as well have been 80.
Yeah,
like really
they're the worst. They're the worst.
Even,
what is she saying?
I wouldn't lie about my age, rather to be honest. Absolutely. But now it's interesting though.
Well, what about if you have to pay rent? Let's talk about that.
So,
if you have to pay rent.
It was very frustrating. It was a time in my life where I felt like I was being discriminated against, because I actually had a lot more experience.
Discrimination, ageism.
I had so much more experience than the young girls that were going for the jobs. I have, I'm a designer, I've run my own business, and I'm an entrepreneur. But I promise you, they would not touch me. They would not even consider it because of my age, I feel. And because I'm also an entrepreneur and not a corporate person. Yeah. But I think it begs the question, is being who you are okay? And if being who you are isn't okay for that environment, is that an environment you really want to go to?
Yeah, and that's always the question. Like, do I say, okay, maybe this is not the right industry for me, maybe my talents are better somewhere else, if they're going to be that discriminatory? See, I feel that ageism is just like racism. It's just like sexism. It's really alive and well. You know, the fact that you can go for a job interview, have better or more credentials than your younger, say a younger person or colleague that's going for the same job, but yet you won't get the job because you're just a couple of years older. To me, that's so but in America, it just seems to be very prevalent. I don't know in South Africa. So it sounds like South Africa, they're the same way. Is it our culture around the world? Is it American culture, or is it just it's a worldly thing? It's like,
yeah. So Dana, you're in Australia, right? So what is it like for you
in Australia?
Because that'd be and viewers from around the world, tell us in your comments below also if you're experiencing ageism. But at the same time, Dawn, it's interesting because you and I have had this discussion before, that the modeling world was very much about youth and a certain kind of look and a certain kind of beauty. But that is changing. I mean, I've just joined a modeling agency here in New York. Yeah. Well, thanks to Dawn.
It's
and I mean, when I said to some of my friends back home, oh, I'm going to be doing some modeling in New York, they were like, they're like,
how old are you?
Like, what do you mean? So it's interesting because I think we're trailblazers in a way, and I think we're starting to say, you know what, there are different women of different ages. I mean, I'm staying with Deborah Rappaport in New York. Well, she's just coming from doing the most amazing shoot. She's actually got a project that's coming up for a big company that wants to work with her.
And she's older than us, right?
She's in her 70s. I mean, and she's gorgeous.
70-year-olds are now rocking it.
I'm telling you, Deborah is...
That's like the hot new age.
Deborah is rocking it. Let me tell you. Like, I feel... when she gets up in the morning, she gets dressed, I feel plain in comparison to her.
Should we let people know?
We're going to be doing a makeover.
A giveaway.
A giveaway.
We got to keep you just letting you guys know that at the end of the show today, this live show, this is our first live show, right?
Yes!
So I don't know how we're doing. You tell us how we're doing at this. But anyway, we're giving away Tom Ford perfume, one for you, one for your BFF. You get 2 of these, and we'll give you all the instructions at the end of this live show on how you can win. But anyway, back to our discussion.
So Dawn,
she's in her 70s and she's rocking it.
So I think maybe
you know why? Because she's got the self-confidence to say,
that is it.
I'm going to go for the jobs that are going to value my talent, right? And
she doesn't even go for the jobs; they're actually coming to her. But I think,
good for her. Even better.
She's part of the advanced style movement.
Yeah.
But I think maybe we should really start to share, like, what are our tips on how we kind of combat that inner dialogue, because I think a lot of it is
like
around.
Our phone is moving.
I also feel like I think it's because of construction. I think it's because of
I
the
think our
construction.
phone
There we go.
keeps moving.
Oh, hey, Irene.
Hi.
Is it Irene? Yes, it is. Or maybe my eyesight's not as good
Oh,
as
I like the
thought.
smile. Did she give us a smiley face?
She did. Thanks, Irene.
We got to move the camera because
Yeah.
as we're talking, it seems to, it's like a
I think
ghost.
it's because of the construction across the way.
We're in New York
in
City, and there's so much, you know, like all the drilling.
I know,
and
I know.
oh my
Okay,
God.
so let's get to the
Okay, where we go?
50, and I'm trying to adjust others' mindset to age. Fab and 50, I can't like convincing. Ageism is it just went to, it just disappeared.
Would you set that up again? We need to see these comments.
Let's just see if we can maybe no, okay.
Yeah, because they keep going
We're gonna
out.
we're gonna have to set that up for next week. But what I like about what she's saying, that the part that I did get is that she's trying to change people's mindset, and I think that's important.
Because I'm in my 50s
it starts with
too.
us, though.
Yeah,
Dawn.
it starts with us. We have to be trailblazers. Who was that wrote that in? What was her name? Can you just tell your name again?
I'm in the States. Oh, Dana, you're in the States. She's an artist. And okay, yes. Sorry.
Dana, was she the one that just made that last comment?
I was thinking she was in Australia, but she's not in Australia.
Okay.
I'm getting my Fab girls mixed up. Sorry, Dana. Sorry. Okay, but listen, Dawn, I think what's important though is that it starts with us.
Yeah.
I think if we are feeling confident and good about ourselves, then actually, who cares? Like really?
Who cares?
I mean, I feel like, I'm not limiting myself because of my age.
And we shouldn't even limit ourselves when we're in our 70s, 80s,
Exactly.
90s.
I think a lot is around
There's
our
women
mindset.
running marathons at 92 and doing triathlons. So
and I think that because I've met women who say, "Oh, but I'm so old, but that's
a negative mindset.
That's their own internal dialogue that's happening. So I think as women, we need to decide, okay, so we're actually going to reject this whole ageism thing, and there's a lot of amazing trailblazers out there who are doing that. And so if we need inspirations, head to Instagram, because I met all of the women that I interviewed, I actually met on Instagram, and I've been completely inspired by them. So I think it's important to have those women there. And then also, Dawn, I mean, what is your top tip to feeling fabulous no matter your age?
My top tip to feeling fabulous is for me, I think as you age, your looks start to go. So if you don't have some sort of inner wisdom as far as, like whether it's meditation or spirituality or, a hobby or a way for you to feel like, you know what, I'm okay no matter what age I'm at. It's not about my exterior. It's really about like who I am inside and what gifts I have to bring to the world. So I'm really trying to cultivate that. Unfortunately, I've been in a business my whole life that was all about exterior. I started at 16, 17 years old as a model, and it was all about the surface. And so kind of screwed up my way of valuing myself. I never felt attractive as a model or confident because they were always judging. If you walked into the studio, they would judge you about whether you had a blemish or if you had put on a little bit of weight. They would send you home. It was it's an industry that's not very forgiving, and so it kind of like made me very self-conscious about everything.
Yeah, and it's interesting because often we perceive women to women who are models to have the perfect body and the perfect and to be feeling really good about themselves. But in reality,
and it breeds anorexia and all this other stuff. But I had to find my happy place within me, and I can't. This is one of the greatest things that I've learned. I can't be dependent.
Thanks, Irene. I agree with you.
Irene.
We all, so Dana says we all offer so much at Ageism, and we need to find others that feel the same. I agree, Dana.
I agree.
I think that's why we're doing this show.
And YouTube lives and stuff, because we need to discuss this, and women have to collaborate together.
And support each other and love each other and build each other up. So
supportive community.
Absolutely.
Also, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please go
Dawn
to
Gallagher.
Dawn Gallagher, because this is what I talk about, and
Absolutely.
and I do tutorials and makeup tutorials and all that stuff.
She has fabulous beauty
Dawn
tips.
And then Gallagher, Gallagher.
I'll put the link below.
Oh,
Don't
thank
worry.
you.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
girls,
I think
we've got to go because we're
gotta go. We got another
other lives on her on her channel now.
You gotta go over to my live now.
Yes, but we're gonna be doing that. So yes, if you would like to hear more about this conversation, head over to Dawn's channel, because we're going to be continuing this conversation on her channel. But we have a giveaway, ladies, and the Tom Ford perfumes that Dawn has. Oh, these are amazing. So one for you and one for your BFF. So to enter, what we want you to do is, first of all, you need to subscribe to my channel, Tracy Gold Fashion Tips, which if you're on, you can just hit the subscribe button. This will also notify you when we go live again, because we're going to be doing lives every Friday for a few weeks. And then head over to Dawn Gallagher's channel. I'll put the link in the description.
We're going to do a live now as well.
Yeah. Subscribe to that channel, and then on both channels, what we want to hear from you, we want something from you. We want you to tell us what topics do you want us to cover in these lives? Like, what is close to your heart? And it can be practical things too. It can be practical tips and practical things that you would like us to cover. So put the comments in both my channel and Dawn's channel. So I know they're going to be duplicates, but it's fine. We can work it out, and it doesn't have to be exact, or you can copy and paste. We just want to hear from you, because you know what, girls? We want to give you content that you want to hear. We want to give you content that's going to make a difference in your life. It's not just about us saying, let me think about what we want to cover. No. We really want to make this about you.
We want to know what you guys want, just for the simple fact that, you know, over a certain age, there's not that many people on YouTube our age that are really having these kind of discussions.
Yeah.
So, you know, and we're going to be talking about everything from like our periods to menopause to... to, you know, hormone replacements and all kinds of stuff, because no one's talking about this for our, you know, and we want a very loving, supportive community.
Absolutely.
It's really important for us. You know, it's not about being negative or judgmental, whatever you're doing out there. You know, and one of the things I wanted to say is, one of the things I learned is that you cannot, what's the comment?
Follow you both. Oh, thanks,
thank
Dana.
you.
And you're one of my biggest fans. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Dana. You're a doll. What I've learned, that you can't look to outside sources to feel good about yourself. You've got to feel good about yourself. No one out there
is going to do it for you.
You know, is going to do it for you. It starts with how you feel about yourself. Nobody should be validating you, or, you know, my husband feels this way about me, therefore I feel this way about myself, or my boyfriend or whoever it is feels this way about me, so that's how I feel about myself. No, you feel about yourself. You look in the mirror and you are gorgeous, you are divine, just for the simple fact that you were born. Let's just start with that. You were born, you have a divine life, you're here for a purpose, and you don't need validation from anyone. Okay, you hold on to that. So head over to my channel now, and we'll see you there.
And we'll see you there. Thanks,
we love
ladies,
you
for watching. We really, really appreciate you joining us. Thank you for all those who joined us live. And also, this will be on playback, so if you missed it, don't worry, because I know a couple of you will be very disappointed. But please diarize around this time on a Friday morning. Look, sometimes there's traffic in New York,
and also
crazy, and
technical
issues. We couldn't get the thing to go, you know. Anyway, but just diarize and subscribe, because then we'll let you know when we're going to be live. Thanks, ladies. Till next week.
We love you.
Ciao.